What is up, Infinite Abundance family? Infinite Abundance is here. I hope you're having a great day. For those of you that have never heard my story before, or who I am, or where I come from, or where I'm going, well, my mission on this planet is to evolve the human race. Because as we evolve individuals, we evolve the collective. And as we evolve the collective, we co-create the new earth. And I believe and I know that anything we can possibly imagine in our minds can be created into the physical reality on this planet. So how I come to this conclusion, how I come to this realization of who I am and what I want and where I'm going, I've been on a hell of a journey, man. Been on a hell of a journey. It really started growing up as a kid. I was playing basketball, and that was really what my entire life was about. It was about playing basketball. It was about video games. And through doing a lot of this shadow work over the last year and a half, I have realized that a lot of my experience growing up as a kid really ingrained some beliefs about myself, about being unworthy, comparing myself to others, trying to please other people, having all these expectations placed on me. And it really haunted me for a long time, like especially with basketball. Basketball is something I really love to do, and I was physically skilled enough to go to really any level. Like I had the always one of the best shots on any team I was ever on, and I had this innate ability to score. But I realized I had all these fears based off of what my parents were going to say, based off what the people in the crowd were going to think, based off of I was comparing myself to people on my team, feeling unworthy, trying to compete, trying to be the best on the team instead of trying to be the best version of myself. I was thinking, I had this story in my head that was telling me that the coaches didn't like me or the coaches favored other players. The story that I was telling myself in my head. And I think it just excuses to sabotage the success that I knew that was meant for me. Even though the whole time I knew I was good enough. I knew I was good enough. I put in all the work. I was always in the gym. I was always working hard. I was doing everything I could possibly do, you see. And through this experience of doing this shadow work and then going throughout my entrepreneurship journey in 3 years, long story short, going from pizza delivery driver to making six figures and traveling the world online. Some of you guys have heard that story. In a matter of less than a year, a lot changed for me. I was able to travel to 37 different states, 8 different countries in just a short period of time, just after being pizza delivery driver and mowing lawns. And then, but through this shadow work, what I realized was those same beliefs that were holding me back in basketball were also holding me back in entrepreneurship as well. And also when it comes to my creative work, worrying about what other people think, thinking that other people expect me to be a certain way, trying to be nice to everyone, trying to please everyone, trying to make everyone like me just so that I could feel whole and complete within myself. And one of the realizations that I had was that it's not about what you do. We think, oh, Jordan, I want to do X, Y, and Z, and this is what people will tell me. I want to do this, this, and this, but I don't know how. I don't know what to do, or I've never done that before. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's irrelevant. That doesn't matter. Anyone that's ever been great at something, they weren't great when they started, bro. Look, you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. See, it's not about what you've done in the past. It's about what you're doing right now, okay? The decisions you make right now should be based on where you're going, okay? And where you're going is your choice. You see, the best way to predict the future is to create it. So where do you want to go? What do you want? What do you want? And I had to ask myself that. As I was playing basketball for 2 years in college, I had asked myself that question. And I was in for 2 years. I started to realize, I'm probably not going to go to the NBA. I'm not mentally ready yet. I started to realize that I was comparing myself to others. I felt like I wasn't good enough. I felt like I wasn't getting enough playing time. I was getting out of shape. I was unhealthy. I was distracted. I was distracted. Let's be real. I put in the most work I could possibly put in the summer before my sophomore year in college. I said, I am ready to be a starter on this team. Like, I am ready. And what happens? Every time you're about to achieve something, God / the universe will throw you a distraction to see how committed you are. And that's what happened. My distraction was Fortnite. It came right in. I decided to play Fortnite. I became one of the best Fortnite players in the fucking world instead of basketball, even, which I love gaming too. So I'm not even mad about that because it taught me this lesson. But the point being is, you gotta, once you make a decision on what you want, you gotta stay committed. You gotta stay committed. You can't let something come in and distract you. You see what I'm saying? You can't let something come and distract you. You gotta stay focused. You gotta stay focused. Here's the thing. I was doing everything I could do, and when it came to basketball. But what was missing was my self-image, how I saw myself. I saw myself as the person that was afraid and insecure to play against people that were better than me. Instead of like learning from people that were better than me, I would be lowering myself down into a level of playing field that I felt comfortable that I could win because I was insecure. I didn't want to lose. If I lost, I associated losing with not feeling good enough, with not feeling worthy. And it came from my childhood programming. My childhood programming where it was like, if we won a game, I was good. It's like, you're a good boy if we win and you're a bad boy if you lose. Should have played better. I can't believe you messed up, And it was like, I was always afraid to mess up. I had so much programming as far, like, I'm one of the greatest shooters of all time. Like, let's just be real. I'm one of the greatest fucking shooters of all time. Like, you put me in a gym with the ball, I'm making it. Like, if someone's guarding me, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Like, I've literally made over 100 plus free throws in a row multiple times. And I've made over 20 plus three-pointers in a row multiple times. Like, I've done variations of that in games. But like I said, I had all the skill in the world in the gym when I was by myself. I had all the skill in the world when I was playing against someone that was the same level or worse than me. But when it came to people that were better than me, I was insecure to even try. Coming to find out, that same belief carried over into my entrepreneurship. It carried over into my business. But I learned this lesson. This is where I started to grow. Like, I started to actually say, look, even though I'm insecure, even though I feel like I'm not good enough, the only way to get better is to try, to put yourself out there. I started putting myself out there. I started surrounding myself with millionaires. Like, I'm this kid from a farm town in Illinois in the middle of nowhere. Never met someone. I mean, of course, now people are making six figures like it's nothing now. But like back then, like a few years ago, man, I know no one was really doing online business back then like they are now. Like, everyone has an online business in 2021, but like back in 2018, nah, not really. You know what I'm saying? Not really. And I didn't know anyone that made money online at all, really. And I started to surround myself with people that were, because that's what I wanted to do. You see, and I started to learn from them. I started to associate with them physically. I started to go places and physically touch things. I started to see the cars that I might want to drive one day. I started flying to different cities that I might want to live in. Just started, what they call it, dream building, right? You see, God will never expose you to something that you can't have for yourself. God will never expose you something that you can't have for yourself. Exposure creates the desire for more. Exposure creates the desire for more. When you're exposed to more, you know you can have more. When God puts people in your life, it's not so that you're going to feel insecure. It's not so that you're not going to feel worthy. It's so that you can see it's possible. It's so that you have someone to ask questions to. It's so that you have someone that can help you. That's why. It's not so you compare yourself and feel bad about yourself. Like, we're not here to compare. Like, success isn't what you've accomplished compared to what someone else has accomplished. Success is what you've accomplished compared to what you could have accomplished. Just become the best version of you. Whatever that means for you, man. Like I said, for me, what was holding me back was how I saw myself. I saw myself as inferior, and I saw myself as afraid to mess up. Therefore, I had this, what you call either analysis paralysis or perfectionist procrastination. I felt like I had to be perfect, so I would be afraid to even try. And it's a pattern I've repeated so many times, bro. I've repeated this pattern so many times. The analysis paralysis, the perfectionist procrastination. I'm afraid to mess up, so I just hope I don't start. But I actually learned this little technique. It's called, I actually made this up. Well, Source made it up, and I translated it into physical words and then the physical action. And I was just the vessel that received the download. Now, basically, how it goes is this. Whenever you're stuck, whenever you're in analysis paralysis, okay? First of all, stop saying you're stuck, because you're not stuck. You're not stuck. You're right where you need to be. Always. You're always right where you need to be. You're always in the process of learning something. Don't compare yourself to others, because we're all at a different place in our journeys, okay? We're all in a different place in our journeys. Okay? It's not about anyone else. It's about you. It's about you. And here's how this process goes. For you to get unstuck, this is what you do. You take an action. Any action. It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it makes no sense. It doesn't matter if you mess up on purpose, okay? You take the action, even if it makes no sense, just so that the action gives you a new experience, which is information. So the action or the experience gives you information, and the information gives you the data you need to make a plan, an actual plan. Where if you're not in a flow state, it's because you're over planning, and planning is a great thing, but plan in flow. Plan in flow. That's kind of my new methodology right now. It's like, just be in a flow. Like, just be in a flow. Like, what is there to think about? You know what I'm saying? We're like, I gotta figure everything out. I gotta figure everything out. It's what the ego does. It tries to control everything. It tries to control everything, thinking it knows everything. Your ego doesn't know. You're human. Your ego, it doesn't know that much. It only knows what it's experienced in the past, you see? But for you to become someone you've never been before, you're not gonna know how to do it. Because you haven't done it yet. If you knew how to do it, you already would be there. You see what I'm saying? So pretty much each moment, your intuition is guiding you towards that future self. Because really, in our reality, when you're getting those nudges in your head, when you're getting the intuition, to do something, like a little impulse, that's literally your future self in the form of a spirit guide whispering in your ear. Like, that's some deep shit. But like real shit. Like, that's your future self talking to you, giving you hints about what's to come. Like, hey, do this. Hey, do that. You're always hearing something. Like, I'm very clairaudient, so I'm sitting here talking to spirits all day long. But maybe you relate to that, maybe not. I don't know. But here's what I'm gonna say. It's about how you see yourself. It's about how you see yourself. Okay? How do you see yourself? Like, do you see yourself as someone that's not good enough, insecure, unworthy? Or do you see yourself as that person that you know you can be? That future version of you that you just can't wait to become physically, you know it's already you, right? That's you already. That's the real you. That's the true you. That's your true self. You see, you don't have to do so much to become that person, because that's who you already are. You just got to strip away everything that's not you. Like the statue of David's story. Like, the guy that sculpted the statue of David, they asked him, bro, how'd you sculpt that? How'd you sculpt that what's it called? A statue. How'd you sculpt that statue? He said, it was easy. I just chipped away everything that wasn't David. You see, your limiting beliefs, your emotional attachments, your reference experiences in your past, telling you who you think you are. All of that is just what's not David. You just got to get rid of all that. And you become who you truly are, which is your true soul expression, your higher self, floating in the present moment. You see, you are the awareness in the present moment, vibrating in the energy of your choice. You're not your thoughts. You are what remains when there's no longer thought. You're the awareness experiencing the human. You are infinite possibility at your core. You are a unique perspective of the one infinite creator. You can become anything. You get what you think about most of the time. You're not your thoughts. You're the presence experiencing them. Source energy is flowing through you every single day. Source energy is flowing through you every single day. Just allow the flow. Just allow the flow. You must be yourself. If you want to be free, you got to be me. You got to be you. Like, if you want to be free, you got to be you. You got to be real. You got to be your true, authentic self. Go within yourself, man. Go within yourself. Find out who you really are. Find out who you really are. See, you're not who you think you are. You're not who you think you are. That's your past. That's from your past. You're not your past. Right. It's your self-image. It's your self-image. How do you see yourself? Hey, well, like I said, I saw myself as not good enough. I saw myself as unworthy. Therefore, that's what the universe reflected back to me. That's where I was on the bench. That's why I wasn't getting the playing time. I was eating food that I didn't want to eat. I was playing games I didn't want to play. I was hanging out with people that I didn't want to hang out with so that I would please them. I was seeing myself as the cameo in my movie instead of being the main character in my movie. I'm going to teach you guys how to become the main character in your own movie. How to become the main character in your own movie. How to change your self-image. How to change your self-image to become the main character in your movie. If that's something that you're ready to get help with, you want to learn how that you can change your self-image, you want to learn how you can see yourself in a way that's conducive for your own growth, how you can see yourself as the person you know you truly are, that you know you're capable of being, how you can stop feeling unworthy, how you can finally feel good enough, how you can finally feel worthy enough to take that next step forward knowing that you don't know what's going to happen next. If you're ready to step into the unknown and become the greatest version of yourself, then hit the link below. Hit the link below. Send me a message right now. Send me a message right now. Send me a message right now. We'll have a free one-on-one call. One-on-one, me and you. We'll talk about your situation. We'll talk about what you're going through, what your goals are. A one-on-one custom blueprint, completely free. We'll book a call, and if it's a good fit for me, it's a good fit for you. It seems like a mutual beneficial relationship and partnership. We can talk about moving forward with a coaching program where you can actually get step-by-step weekly trainings, one-on-one access. Call me anytime to get you from feeling unworthy, from feeling not good enough, from feeling stuck. Just get you from that place to now where you're walking in your truth. You're a physical embodiment of your higher self. You're connected with Source. You see yourself as someone that is successful. You see yourself as someone that has everything you want already. That's what I'm offering to you. Why you need it? Well, what's it going to cost you if you don't have it? You're just going to keep doing the same thing over and over again? You're just going to keep running yourself in circles? You're just going to keep procrastinating? You're just going to keep feeling not good enough? Like, what is it worth to you to not have this? A free one-on-one call. We're going to go over one-on-one, me and you, your situation, your goals, and I'm going to give you the step-by-step on how to get from there to here. Whatever point A is, that's where you are now, from point to point B, which is where you're going. How can you get access to this? Book a call below, either by clicking the link in the description or by sending me a message on Instagram. Yeah, just send a message on Instagram. That's what we'll do. But that's what we're going to do. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you got some value. Hope you got a little bit of a better understanding of my backstory. Where I was back when I was feeling unworthy, when I was sitting on the bench, where I was thinking the coaches didn't like me, where I was complaining, I was distracted with Fortnite, I was watching porn and masturbating. I had no energy, I had no self-confidence, I had no self-worth. I was doing all the right things, but I wasn't getting the results. So I was there to getting to the point where I'm speaking on stages in front of hundreds of people. I'm traveling the world. I'm inspiring people with videos. I'm writing books. I'm doing all these amazing things. I'm helping the world. I'm working on evolving the entire human race. Like, how can you go from that to that? I'm gonna give you the steps. I'm gonna give you step by step because you can do it too. Because like my goal is to help you. You are just another aspect of me. You see, if I help you, that helps me and it helps the entire collective. Because not only do I get to impact your life one-on-one, but I get to impact indirectly all the people, the ripple effect you get to make on the world. And that's where it gets very, very powerful. The information that I have that I'm going to share with you on this call, well, I can't give it all to you on the one-on-one call, But if it's a good fit for both of us and you end up getting the coaching program afterwards, that's where the information gets really saucy. That stuff that I've never shared on any video, I've never shared in any piece of writing I've ever done, I've never shared at all to really anyone. That type of information, like, it's like I almost don't want to share it because it's so saucy, but I actually do want to share it because I want to change the world. So if that's you, click the link below in the description or send me a message on Instagram. And I'm so excited because I know the right people are going to come to this. I'm looking forward to working with you guys. Much love and peace.